Hey, what is going on, Mafia? Good morning, Mafia. Happy Friday to all of Bills Mafia out there, all of NFL fans alike who got to enjoy just an absolutely spectacular performance last night from the Jets, from the Browns. No, not really, but guess what, guys? Buffalo Bills football is back. Today, Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York, the 716. We've got the return of the blue and the red scrimmage tonight. I am absolutely blessed I'll be in attendance. I have a different feeling about me this morning. Basically committing almost all my day to this, and I can't wait because I'm picking up some buddies, and there's just a different energy in the air taking off a Friday, and you got the warm Western New York air. Football is back. All right, now that we got that out of the way, guys, let's talk about our top 3 things that we are going to be looking for the most at the Buffalo Bills Friday afternoon evening scrimmage, okay, blue versus red. Really quickly, though, I just want to shout out, we got a bunch of people joining. I've kind of unofficially turned the into an intro, and I don't know why I wasn't doing that the whole time. And I say that because I got Buffet 22, all caps, J-Rod King 19, same stuff. I love it. From the real J-Tech. Sorry, my man. Big Mafia business. Let's go, guys. Let's go, Bills from Buffet 22. Guys, without further ado, we're going to talk about our top 3 things that we're most looking forward to at the scrimmage tonight. And for reference, guys, we're doing these live streams a little bit more in the morning. These quick 5-10 minute lives. This will be posted to the account later. So if you're watching this later on the account, welcome as well. But our number one thing, guys, that we're looking for in the scrimmage tonight, it's going to be instant/consistent pressure from the offensive line as a whole. That's the number one thing that we're looking for. We're not going to do this in really any specific order, but it comes first to mind for a reason, guys. I'm going to be looking at the entire first team, mainly offensive line, and how they fare against the likes of Ed Oliver, Leonard Floyd, Boogie Basham, AJ Epinesa, etc. You get my point. And we got some studs there on that front 7, especially on the defensive line itself. It sounds like they've been making things tough for the offensive line during camp so far. And we heard Sean McDermott talk about it. It's tough when you're a head coach, whether you're a defensive or an offensive guy. You can never really have a good day of practice because one side is probably going to do better than the other. So going to be looking for the offensive line today and see if they can just create some extended plays. I'm not asking them to go out there and create 10 seconds for Josh and replay, but how many times is a Leonard Floyd just blowing up one of the tackle spots? Or how many times is DeQuan Jones slipping through seemingly with ease? Because we've seen some clips from practice the last few days. It is still practice. Everybody take a deep breath as far as don't everybody be freaking out on the offensive line already. I've been seeing the comments. I know you guys. Some people really fired up. But yeah, we'll see. If instant pressure is occurring on a regular basis and would-be sacks are happening all the time, it's going to be something to look out for. Now, I'm not saying that we need to have a top 5, top 10 offensive line with all this awesome protection for Josh, but some stability. I'm looking for some stability and some consistency there, especially going to be looking for Osiris Torrance, rookie 2nd-round pick. It looks like he's assumed the starting right guard role. They're still moving him and Bates and McGovern around a little bit, but right now the likely starting guards for your Buffalo Bills week 1, it's going to be rookie Osiris Torrance and recently signed veteran from the Cowboys, Connor McGovern. So, quick offensive line, that's the number one thing that I'm looking for today in the Buffalo Bills return of blue versus red, whatever the hell, scrimmage this evening, which I'm going to be very lucky I'll be in attendance with Mini BuffMafia, my brother Will, and then a couple other guys. So I'm very, very excited for that. Shout out everybody joining. Guys, I'm reading the comments really quick. Drizzle130 says they want to see what Kincaid does tonight. And I'm going to leave Kincaid out of my top 3. You're going to be surprised what my number 2 is. It's going to have to do with the tight ends. Good segue. Might as well jump into it. We got 15 of you rocking here with us live. If you're watching us later, welcome as well. Guys, the number 2 thing I'm looking for today, it's actually going to be pass catchers not named Stephon Diggs or Dalton Kincaid. Okay, that's the number 2 thing that I'm going to be looking for in this scrimmage this afternoon. Okay, pass catchers not named Dalton Kincaid or Stephon Diggs. Why? Because all we're hearing out of camp is that those 2 are just straight money, okay? And I get that that's probably a lot of hype being put on a rookie, not as much hype being put on the number 16th player in the NFL as of last night, Mr. Stephon Diggs. Freaking love it. Shout out Steph. But welcome back, everybody, from your barber official. I love that. Yeah, guys, it's going to be pass catchers not named Kincaid or Diggs because we've been saying it all offseason. This offense cannot flow through one receiver with the number 14 on his back. And it's great that we have Kincaid as an addition, Still, I want to see other pass catchers. That's including the running backs for the record. And James Cook off to a hell of a camp. It looks like they are going to be employing the screen game a lot more. The running back, halfback screen game out of Ken Dorsey. We're hearing that by all accounts early. Again, it's camp, it's practice. We don't know how much we can really take from what we're seeing. But it looks like they're going to do the screen, get the screen game a little bit more involved, do some more stuff with that, especially from the running backs. Tight ends as well, though. Pass catchers not named Kincaid and Diggs. So, obviously, Gabe Davis, we've been hearing the last few days, looking pretty electric, catching everything. The last few days, it sounds like he's been like the go-to guy. Let's see what he does tonight in this scrimmage. If he is, again, just looking like that dude, you can believe me that the ride back to Rochester with my buds and my brother tonight is going to go a little bit better. From what we're hearing out of Shakir, and I think Buffet22 meant to comment Shakir, said Kakir. I like that. We'll just shorten it. Who cares? It's not a Redskins coffee cup, you barber official. Get out of here with that. No, it's a cute little cafe in Florida. It's called, anyway, so get out of here with that. You really think I would do that, you barber official? But Buffet22, I'm glad that they said Shakir, yeah. From what we're hearing, this is per the Buffalo Fanatics, and we take a lot of what the Buffalo Fanatics say seriously because they got a whole team over there. It sounds like Shakir is showing some inconsistencies so far in camp. Now, I'm not going to go so as far to say that his roster spot's in jeopardy because he's got that return ability and because he's a very recent fifth-round pick that showed a lot of promise with the Bills. Bills fans like myself pump when that pick happened as far as getting Shakir in the fifth, very productive receiver in college. But it's looking like there's some inconsistencies there so far in camp. And it's looking like a guy like Andy Isabella, who a guy we would not have a week ago told you that he's going to be a serious contender for that wide receiver 6, maybe 7 spot if they go that route. Andy Isabella's making plays the last few days in camp. So another guy, I just said the number 2 thing if you're just joining that I'm going to be looking for in tonight's scrimmage is going to be receivers not named Diggs or Kincaid. Andy Isabella, a guy who working a lot with the second and third team, just keeps making plays by all accounts. I just mentioned the Buffalo Fanatics referencing there's some inconsistencies, quote, with Shakir so far. It's a sophomore year for the guy. We're not throwing up the whatever panic button yet for Shakir, but gonna be watching him tonight closely, as well as a guy like Justin Shorter, rookie 5th round pick, baby DK. He's been called by the Mafia. We've all seen the viral shirt of him without his viral photo of him without his shirt on. Justin Shorter. So. Physical freak, all the tools are there. Lacked the overall production at Florida, but was the number 1 recruit coming out into college of his recruiting class. Shorter. Had some injuries. That's part of the reason wasn't as productive as a lot of people anticipated for him, but a guy definitely going to be looking for tonight. Shout out everybody watching, all 18 of you rocking with me live. We are going to have this posted to the account later, but that is the number 2 thing that I'm going to be watching for tonight, guys, is receivers not named Diggs or Kincaid. And because I mentioned Kincaid, Knox. We haven't heard a ton about Knox so far this camp. I think he's still coming back from the knee injury he suffered in minicamp. Not coming back. Still working his way back. But we are hearing good things about Quentin Morris, okay? Projected tight end 3 for this Bills team. Sternberger, we're hearing making some flash plays. A guy who I think is a little bit more on the bubble looking in, Sternberger, who projects as our 4th tight end right now. But very, very pumped to hear that Quentin Morris is kind of flashing and showing some good stuff, as well as Kincaid, obviously. But Knox, let's see a nice little scrimmage from Knox. Let's see Knox get the Mafia going, maybe scores and team drills, jumps into the crowd. I want to see that. That's the number 2 thing that I'm looking for tonight as far as the Buffalo Bills and their scrimmage. Okay, and the number 1 thing that I am going to be watching for tonight, and this is a little bit of a cheat because I'm lumping 2 different position groups into one, but it's going to be the position battles at linebacker and corner. And I'm lumping that into one section because I'm going to be watching both of those. Whatever, if you want even 1A, 1B, in whatever order you want. Guys, we talked about it at length on these live streams. I apologize if I sound like a broken record, but those position battles, cornerback 2 and the linebacker, middle linebacker opposite Matt Milano position, they're what this camp boils down to as far as importance in starting positions being up for grabs, and be it young guys, be it a potential veteran snags one of those spots. We're talking about a defense last year that one of the best in the NFL. There's now 2 glaring, I don't want to say holes, but like opportunities up for grabs. And starting with linebacker, we're going by the pattern that they've gone with over the last week, the rotation, it should be Dodson tonight. It sounds like via Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott that competition is being somewhat narrowed down to incoming fourth year player Tyrell Dodson and incoming second year player Terrell Bernard. So Balon Spector I think he's going to be a very valuable depth piece, a guy who I consider still a roster lock at this point, especially when you consider the uncertainty that we have at the linebacker position. But it sounds like it's Dodson and Bernard, and it's going to likely be Dodson tonight. So in that number one thing that I'm going to be looking for tonight, there's obviously a lot of stems that I'm going to be looking at the cornerback and linebacker positions. One of those most specific areas that I'm going to be keying in on is when the Bills do drop back and pass, how does Dodson look in coverage? Because I think that's been one of our big critiques of the guy professionally over the last year and the years before, is that he didn't have that, obviously Sequoia Tree, Tremaine Edmonds length, but even the inherent, it's hard to compare to a guy like Matt Milano, but Matt Milano is just so fluid when he drops back. It's going to be interesting to see how Dodson does tonight in the scrimmage. Also, if there is some sprinkles of Terrell Bernard, how he fares, how he's looking, in contrast in comparison to a player like Dodson. And then cornerback 2, guys, it's sounding like it's Kyrie Elam slowly trending up. And we've heard the coaches and Josh Allen talk about the player and competitor, the improvements that he's made over the last year in practice habits and just getting better. So Kyrie Elam right now, it's looking like sneaky favorite for cornerback 2. I would not at all, though, count out Dane Jackson or Christian Benford, really. 2 solid players. Definitely going to be in contention for that position as well. We're seeing tons of highlights from practice of Dane Jackson just getting playing good coverage, but Stephon Diggs or Gabe Davis, who be it, just making spectacular catches against Dane Jackson. Nothing really Dane Jackson can do if he's in excellent coverage, but you love that iron sharpens iron. Guys getting better. I love Terry G. Krause. The ball needs to be spread around smartly. I agree. And no, this is not a Washington mug. Get out of here, guys. It's Bills. It's the return of blue and red. Come on, guys. Are you get with the program? Yeah. I love it. Your barber official. Love, man. Nothing but love. Glad to be back. Let's go, guys. Season's starting off. Brandon Kukrow. Of all teams that would be the worst, I don't remember what we were talking about. I think it was Jets and Browns. Yeah. Buffet 22. I wish we didn't get rid of Isaiah Hodgins. Yep. We were on the Isaiah Hodgins train early. Whatever. It happens. So Michael Hamm, I'm not actually sure how you can watch tonight. I know that there will be live Twitter updates for these kind of scrimmages, just from all the major Bill sources. We'll have some videos being posted. I don't think I'll be able to stream just because of the Wi-Fi situation at the stadium, but we'll have some stuff for you. I would check the Bills app. That's my default, not to just default to that, Michael Hamm. Check the Bills app. They should have some information on how you can get, I don't know if you can watch it, but definitely get some information. They should be talking about it on WGR as far as I don't know if they'll be calling the scrimmage, but this is a good question. Catrizi, let us know about Spencer Brown's health too. Yeah, and we'll have updates for you later on that today. I don't have an update for you other than I think he's practicing today. Definitely something to be watching for as well, Catrizi. And we'll obviously keep you posted on who is in there if Brown is unable to go. Buffet 22. I got to run, but I'll watch later. Are you putting this on your page later? I am going to have this on my page later. Buffet 22. Excellent question and an answer for you. Boom. Let's see here. John Kipfer, does D look noticeably different under McDermott? Does run game have any juice? Great questions. All right, so what we're hearing, and I'm going to have much more of a first-hand account of this later today. From what I'm hearing, the defense does look different. I don't know if noticeably, how far you want to go with that. It's looking more aggressive, which you love to see. More blitzing, a little bit more creativity from what we're hearing on both ends of the ball. I love that the Bills are this is the time for camp to play around with this stuff. But yeah, John Kipfer, it looks like the defense, we're going to be seeing some different looks from McDermott, and I'll have better specifics other than just saying more aggressive. I'll have more specifics on that for you later this afternoon. Dom Rossi, go Bills, baby. Morning, brother Brandel, morning. Tyler Bushnell _17. You son of a gun. I'm surprised Shakir hasn't been more of a factor in camp this year. Yeah, and Tyler, I think you joined a little bit late, but what we quoted from the Buffalo Fanatics, it just sounds like there's some sophomore inconsistencies. There's a little bit more on him from Trey White is back there now. This Bills secondary's got a lot more juice. You're not going to be able to. Shakir's, I think, a very smart player, almost the Cole Beasley mentality where he finds the pocket in the zones and kind of makes things happen. This Bills defense, it sounds like they're playing with a lot of electricity, especially on the back end. Just might not be seeing those opportunities early. Some inconsistencies, we'll see. Terry G. Krause, good question. NFL plus as far as the scrimmage tonight? I don't know. I can't tell you. I wish I had info as far as where we get the scrimmage. I'm lucky enough I'm going to be there. We got an extra ticket if anyone wants to hop in the car. The real J-Tech, how does Trey White look? Is he fully healed from the ACL? Yeah, and we talked a little bit about this in the comment sections on the account. So what we're hearing about Trey White, I don't know if you can say like pre-ACL, but I mainly because I just haven't been there in person. I'll see today. I'm excited to see 27, see what he can do. All we're hearing is nothing but awesome stuff from Sean McDermott, from teammates, that he's just worked super hard to get where he is right now. And they're anticipating a full bounce back. It's going to be huge to see when he lines up against Garrett Wilson week 1, and he's having to play with Aaron Rodgers. I cannot wait for the season. That in real time, I don't know if you guys saw Mafia. I had like a mini, I don't even know what that was. I just realized the Buffalo Bills are going to be playing Monday Night Football to start the season against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets at MetLife. Man, I think that's a good place to end it. Guys, we gave you our top 3 things that we're looking for tonight. If you're just watching later, if you're watching live on the account, we'll give you those really quick. The number 1 thing that we are looking forward today is offensive line consistency and stability. I'm not looking for them to just blow the defensive line out the water, but I don't want so many just free plays where AJ Epinesa just absolutely dominates and jukes a dude out and beats him. I'm not looking for the Ed Oliver right up the middle, blow up the play so often today. So the number 1 thing we're looking for is some offensive line stability and consistency. Number 2, we're looking for receivers not named Stephon Diggs and Dalton Kincaid. So yeah, rest of the tight ends, you guys are included in that. Excited to see this Quinton Morris hype play out in real life that we've been hearing so far in camp. See a little bit of Dawson Knox, maybe some sprinkles of Jay Sternberger in there. And then from the wide receiver position, let's see if Gabe Davis can keep up these hot practices that he's allegedly had the last few days. Let's see if Shakir can kind of knock it into whatever gear he's got to. Haven't even mentioned Deontay Hardy or Trent Sherfield yet. 2 guys who have reportedly been what the Bills signed up for in those free agent signings. Guys that have been really consistent in camp. Excited to see those guys. Excited to see newly signed wide receiver Andy Isabella. I'm super excited to see rookie 5th round baby DK Justin Shorter out there as well. So wide receivers not named Diggs and Kincaid. And then the number 1 thing that we're going to be watching for today, I kind of cheated. It was 2 different things. I'm just going to call it the key defensive position battles. That's the number 1 thing. There we go. We got it, guys. And that's going to be the corner position and the other linebacker position next to Matt Milano, okay? Trey White and Matt Milano's counterparts. That's the number 1 thing that we're going to be watching for tonight. And guys, I know that we said it, the broken record, we've been talking about it a lot in the live streams. We can't emphasize enough, guys. Once we find out who those starting players are, it's on. It's on. We're hitting the ground running as far as we got our guys. That's not to discount the depth pieces that are going to result from the other dudes in those competitions. But, yeah, guys, can't wait to find out what's going on there. What's going on, Hazlitt? 12:05. Let's go. Yeah. So we got to the Trey White question. And then Terry G. Cross, anything but the bend, not break D. So I think you're speaking to shifting defensive philosophy. I think there is still going to be a lot of the bend, don't break, but get ready for some whoa moments on the defense this year, and we'll leave it at that. Guys, BuffMafia _716. We are going to be at the return of the blue and red this afternoon, evening, so we'll have some updates from you there. We're going to watch it live. We're going to have this posted to the account later. If you have 30 seconds today, guys, I don't care if it's this post, I don't care if it's one of our other posts, discussion posts, one of our collabs, the Colts Design Shed. Click that little triangle button. Can I do it with a hand? Yeah, there we go. Click that was terrible. Click the triangle button below the post. DM it to a friend, Bill's Mafia, okay? Let's get this rock and rolling. Take it easy, guys. Love you.